good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to TerickTime. In between episodes, I have been doing a little bit, but as you saw in the intro, I decided to build up this little bit of a horse pasture area for a couple of our fancy little friends here. So we do have Miss Piggy here, who just kind of showed up, and quite honestly, Miss Piggy thinks she's a horse, and I'm okay with that because, well, you can ride Miss Piggy, so yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, we've got our other two little ponies here, Swifty and, well, sorry, Biscuit, and I haven't named this one. That's awkward. Whoops. Anywho, I have been a little bit busy between episodes. I've been going through and adding little details. I'm really enjoying using the hanging signs for details in the kind of main floor here. I did bring Fernie and Poppy up here because, well, I had some creepers that were trying to come up the stairs and say hello, and yeah. So between Fernie and Poppy, we should be able to keep all these skeletons and creepers out of the way. But as you know, in the last episode, well, I would hope you would know, if you watched to the very end of the last episode, we got started working on getting a whole bunch of materials for the second part of the mega base here, which is quite a bit. I've been working away, and I think it's over here somewhere. There we go. Yep. There was a lot of stripping that took place in the last episode. But unfortunately, due to the shenaniganry of said stripping, apparently I have been called to an HR office, which, yeah, let's go find out what HR wants. Well, it's really very unprofessional of HR to be making me wait here for them in their office. Like, I feel so awkward sitting in their office. Terrick, I'm sure you know why I have called you into my office today, of all days. No, actually, I'm actually really confused. I'm not sure why I'm here. I really don't know. How could you not know? In your previous episode, you made recurring comments and suggestive features of adult humor. And this is a children's program. And you cannot be doing more of these, what do you call them? Shrek humor in your episodes. You do realize that we're just having a conversation with ourselves right now. So really, you approved the adult humor in my episode. I did no such thing. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Yeah, you did. You really did. Okay, well, maybe it slipped under the rug. So just cool it. Don't push your boundaries. You've got to remain child friendly. Yeah, I know. So as long as they don't get the joke, we're fine, right? I mean, yes, okay. We'll accept this, but you are on thin ice, mister. Cool. Thanks. Bye. And now that HR should hopefully be distracted for the next little while, I do want to do a little bit of work on the mega base. Now, we're not talking upstairs because I still have a lot of materials to gather for that, but I do have a little wing in here. Now, right now it's just an empty shell, but it's one of those situations where you really got to trust the process. So I'm going to pick up some bits and let's decorate this room up. And welcome back from that quick cut time lapse. It was a little tricky to kind of time lapse as a whole, so I figured the quick cut was the best way to go. But I have added a few extra things since then because, well, the afterthoughts always percolate and swim in later. So yeah, it's very particle-y. So maybe a little bit laggy for some people, but it's okay for me. But basically, this is a little research center for the new plants. So we've been developing up the new plants here, making sure that they're hardy for all types of Minecrafty environments and such and whatnot. And my cape's not. Why is my cape not purple? One moment. That's better. I like my pink cape. And I think I said purple before. I'm sorry, it's pink, my bad. Anywho, I think I've had enough mega base building for today because, well, there's only so much I can do in a day. So I think I am going to go check out a new event happening on the server. This event is being held by Loki, and it is a one chunk build challenge. I'm excited. Let's go check it out. Okay. I'm guessing those are the chunks, but what's that about? I don't know. Oh, apparently there's going to be some spoilers here, so we're gonna look at the lectern. It's perfect. Welcome to the One Chunk Challenge. The One Chunk Challenge is a build competition where you are limited to one chunk of space to build. Fair enough. To add an extra challenge, you must incorporate a stack of the secret ingredient block into your build. That's got to be what all those are. Okay, that makes sense. I get what you're going. You will be judged by a panel of third-party, yet-to-be-named judges. Shucks, I don't know who to bribe. On your build, creativity, and use of secret ingredient. Judged on your build, creativity, and use of the secret ingredient. Got it. Prizes will be awarded for best overall 64 DB, 64 diamond blocks. Holy, that's pretty. Okay, you have my interest. For disimpression, prize, money, basically. To enter, press the button below only once. The block dispensed is your secret ingredient block. Rename the block to your name and place it in the chest. Okay. Find the plot with your secret ingredient. This will be your chunk to build in. You must use all 64 ingredient blocks in your build, 63 in the chest and the display block. Gotcha. You may not craft the secret ingredient into another block. Fair. You may replace the lime glass chunk perimeter, but you must stay within that chunk. Additional blocks in the build to be provided by the player. Go nuts. This event will run for a month. I better get going then. This is all you can see is my footsies. This is the problem with this mod. It just doesn't quite work all the time. Okay. Wish me luck. Let's get something good here. Maybe? Bam. Warped block. Oh, but I like this. I like this. This is good. I like this. All right. TerickTime. Well, I am gonna have to do some planning and whatnot. Whoopsies. But yeah, we get to have warped block, which is over there. Wait a minute. Where's the chest? Oh, rendering. Whoopsies. Anywho, gotcha. Cool beans. All right, this is my chunk. I'm happy. I like this chunk. This is a good chunk. I'm a little on my lonesome right now, but I'm okay with that. So, if you have any ideas, feel free to share. But I do like the cyan warp block for a color palette. It doesn't mean I need to go get some, but that sounds like a good stream thing to do. Hey, look at us go. Anywho, I do have another thing I want to do today, so we should go back to the Flower Kingdom. I love the beacons. I'm not usually a beacon person fan because, well, I always find them very strange, like the giant beam of light going into the sky. It's, you know, usually not my vibe, but I am liking this. I'm liking this a lot. It's really cool at night, which we'll have to see a little bit later, but I have been thinking about what I want to do in this general area, and for the longest time, I was going to just do a bunch of, like, just a line of trees here just to kind of end the area, shall we say. I have a different idea now. I would like to build a statue. And I have an idea for it, but first things that I don't have an idea for are the base and the terraforming bitsy bits. So I did grab myself a bunch of just randomly assorted blocks here, mostly white because I've been using a lot of dark, deep slatey colors. So this is just to give it a big old contrast. So let me build the base real quick here because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna wing it. And then we're gonna build a statue. So be right back. Okay, after some messing around and not being super decisive, I'm happy for now. I do need to, well, the statue obviously, but then I also want to terraxscape all of this, probably do a couple more trees. So I'm thinking, first things first, I'm gonna have to sleep because it's becoming nighttime, but then we're gonna kick it into a big old fancy, well, I don't know about big, medium-sized time lapse where I build a fancy old statue. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one. I can't wait to show you. It's gonna be fabulous. And after one short time lapse, we now have a fancy little statue. But this is the Flower Kingdom after all. So, with a hop, skip, and a jump, our fancy little statue now has a flower crown. Hopping up into cheaty little fly cam mode, this fantastic little statue now has a wonderful little flower crown, and I love this little statue. I have tried to kind of been pushing myself a little bit with some larger scale statues. I'm still not, like, I'm not doing this in survival yet. This is definitely a mock-up in creative and then go from there. But I'm learning things. I've learned how to kind of offset the legs a little bit and starting to do arms in different ways and putting the red hair on this one and then the flower crown. Oh, I love it oh so very much. But now, what is she holding? Well, what is she gonna be holding? She is gonna be holding diamonds. Well, not all of the diamonds, but like most of my diamonds. I'm gonna keep some spending money, but I did think I am so bad for just putting my diamonds in a shulker box and letting them sit in my ender chest for the entire season. That's boring. I'm gonna put them out on display, so let's get stacking. This might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever built, but yes, that is 3.5 stacks of diamond blocks, which is I gotta say, I've done pretty good for myself this season. So 3.5 stacks of diamond blocks, all stacked up there. And I'm thinking, you know, most of my diamonds, well, by the end of the season, all of my diamonds are going to be up there. But I do have a few other little things. I do have some of the rare stone diamond ore, which we're gonna tuck that in a little bit here. You know, maybe one there and one there. And oh, I guess one in here where I left a little spot, and then we're gonna try and sneak over here. Oh, fail, flying. I like right there. And then I do have the elusive dragon egg as well, and I'm sure this is gonna go missing very soon because, well, people just can't help themselves. But you know what? It's a dragon egg. It's just the dragon egg. It's fine. But I think it looks really good up there. Perfect. Now we've got to finish this up. So I'm thinking we got to plant a whole bunch of flowers, plant a couple of fancy trees. Well, I'm thinking I need at least this one. I don't think I need this one, to be honest with you. I think I'm good. Let's just quickly take a little look-see here. The oak tree can stay. I don't really want to cover up the walls, to be honest with you. So I think, yeah, just one fancy little oak tree and then a whole bunch of flowers. So we're going to skip back into a big time lapse of some terrakscaping. Let's go. And would you look at this place? Flowers. Oh, so very many flowers. It really does finish up the side of the Basey McBase face area here. So I thoroughly just love this resource pack. All of the additional kind of flowers and just volume that this brings. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Let's get a little aerial view here. I love it. Now, for the, well, we have to do it. Shaders. Pretty. Ooh, the beacon beams are even better with the shaders in. That's awesome. Would you look at this? This is amazing. This right here. This is like thumbnail material. Like, yes, I'm a millennial. I did the finger gun picture thing, but don't hate me, it's fine. Anywho, that is gonna have to wrap up this episode, everybody. Thank you so very much for sharing your time with me. As always, it is truly appreciated, and I will see you next time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.